He has been both friend and foe.
In a case like this, I of course thought of your obvious interest.
Sometimes a helpful ally. Other times seemingly a pawn of the syndicate.
Listen to me, he's not telling the truth. He's spying on us.
So who is Assistant Director Skinner?
Let him go! I'm his boss, and hers.
He's trying to do the right thing. He's a decent man, but he's in a corrupt world.
Scully.
You're a liar.
I have people coming up to me going, are you a good guy or a bad guy? And I'm like going, well, to me, it's obvious.
In Biogenesis, Assistant Director Skinner steps out from behind his desk in a desperate attempt to save Mulder's life. But where do his allegiances really lie?
Hey, what's going on here?
Agent Feldy, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What are you doing, sir, with this?
It's a mystery that's killing Fox Mulder and an emotional journey for Dana Scully. Stay tuned after the feature for a behind-the-scenes look at the making of Biogenesis and a revealing profile of Assistant Director Skinner.
Is there a plan, a purpose, or reason to our existence? Will the mystery be revealed?
This truck here, that's the right, it's not giving me enough backlight. So
In these episodes, there are a lot of mystical aspects. These are things that you normally see Mulder dealing with.
let's put fire right here and right there. We get some nice low uplight coming on it.
You see the threat Skinner faces from Krychek, and Skinner speaks of the threat.
He's pretty much controlled by Krychek and this nanotechnology that he's been infected with.
Jim, they need to cross much closer to camera. Scully and Sandoz need to break frame much closer also.
This man, Solomon McMallen, is dead.
His body is missing.
There's someone else on this case you're not telling me.
Assistant Director Skinner, he cares tremendously about both Mulder and Scully. And I think he believes, even though it doesn't seem so, he believes a lot in what they're doing.
Mulder, what more could you possibly hope to find?
My sister.
The search for extraterrestrial life, in a lot of ways, is the same as the search for God. You're trying to find meaning in the universe, higher power. This was the most explicit attempt we've ever made to try and say, what if aliens are God?
You know, Dr. Sandoz believes this writing was from aliens.
Scully, that artifact is extraterrestrial. Barnes knows it. He killed him in that lab. I show you what he did with the body.
Only on the X-Files would they ask me to design a body that gets stuffed into a trash compactor.
Scully, you packing any latex?
What do you have in mind?
How much time you got?
That's been sensitive of you, Mulder.
That's funny.
When David opens up the trash compactor, I had to have flies fly in front of the frame. It's something that people don't realize. Somebody does that.
You're on the fly unit.
1 out of every 3 films has a live bug in it. In fact, I see one right over there.
As Mulder's brain overloads, sending his body into a tailspin, it becomes Scully and Skinner's task to find a cure. For Scully, that means an amazing tour of the mystical world, starting in a Navajo healing tent and ending up on the Ivory Coast of Africa.
I will take you.
All this traveling, and Jillian never left Los Angeles. A lonely stretch of beach north of Malibu was transformed into West Africa by the X-Files crew. According to co-director Rob Bowman, battling the California tides was tricky business.
Low tide occurs late in the afternoon and only for about an hour. Literally, for a 1 hour period, run like mad, get out there and use every minute in the water. Come on, water, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Jillian, kneel back down!
Putting Scully in Africa, and here she is investigating a spaceship, which is the last thing you'd ever expect Agent Scully to have to be doing, the skeptic. With Scully in Africa, this episode really gave Skinner the chance to step up and be the hero. The responsibility fell to him alone to try to find a way to save Mulder's life.
For me, the main thing was that he got out of the office and he got to be involved in the investigation of what was going on with Mulder.
You going to inject him?
No. You are.
Mitch brings so much to the role. He has so much humanity and reality. He made that part, and he made us keep bringing him back and giving him more and more to do. And people just love him.
Skinner.
Sir, did you send me this book?
Excuse me?
He's still the company man. He's still the bureaucrat. He's still the man who has to maintain certain aspects of his job, and it's tearing him in two different directions.
Agent Scully, I asked you not to involve me in this.
You still don't know with this character, and with any character on this show, you don't know. Chris Carter knows, but I don't think the rest of us really have any idea what direction or where we may end up.
Begs the question, doesn't it?
I mean, in my mind, it's like, I want him to be their ally, I want him to help them, you know? But then again, sometimes I think, well, God, wouldn't it be interesting if he was cigarette-smoking man's stepbrother or something like that? But then again, ultimately, I want Skinner to be a good guy.